Warm Rotaract greetings to everyone. My name is Rotaractor Sejal Gupta, and before introducing my topic, I would like to show you this interesting video clip. So here it comes. Is this the zombie apocalypse movies have been training us for? No. But this so-called zombification is a reality in USA. The cause being a drug called tranq. It is also called the zombie drug, the Philly drug, or the tranq dope. It has two components. One, xylazine, which is an animal sedative, and two, fentanyl, which is an opioid. Delving into the history of xylazine, a very dangerous component. In 1962, it was manufactured by the Bayer Company, and in 1972, FDA approved its use as an animal sedative and painkiller. Its use in humans is still not known. Xylazine has a mechanism of action very similar to clonidine, and they both have shared clinical effects. Xylazine acts as an agonist on the central alpha-2 adrenergic receptors in the brainstem, decreasing the release of neurotransmitters, dopamine, and norepinephrine. This is responsible for various signs and symptoms like CNS and respiratory depression, hypotension, bradycardia, hypothermia, meiosis, and high blood glucose levels. These are very similar to that of opioid toxicity, and it's very difficult to distinguish between the two. Repeated xylazine exposure can lead to withdrawal and dependence, mainly causing symptoms like severe anxiety and agitation. Injectional use of xylazine can lead to severe necrotic skin ulcerations that are distinct from cellulitis, which is caused by injectional drug abuse. They are caused away from the site of injection and give a person abusing it the characteristic zombie appearance. Now, why is xylazine so dangerous? First of all, there is no cure for xylazine toxicity or withdrawal. Yes, xylazine is not an opioid. Naloxone cannot reverse it. Also, other reversal agents used in veterinary medicine like yohimbine are not effective against it. So yes, no cure still actually discovered. Also, it is not very readily detected by routine toxicological screening tests. Also, some additional analytical tests are needed for its detection in biological specimens by blood and urine. It is very rapidly eliminated from the body, with its half-life being 25 to 30 minutes. All these factors coupled together make it very difficult to identify a xylazine toxicity. Now, what should we healthcare workers do? For healthcare workers, first it is very important to identify a xylazine toxicity. Now, xylazine toxicity can be identified if there's a person who has come with a suspected opioid toxicity and he is not responsive towards naloxone. Also, if you see someone with severe necrotic skin ulcerations, do keep xylazine toxicity or repeated use of xylazine as a differential diagnosis. Also, how do we cure these patients? There is no cure, but supportive treatment measures can be provided for such patients. I hope this is an informative video for you all. Thank you.